Time for entertainment. And Miss G has joined me. She's joined me with a lot more gossip. Okay, so one of the stories I actually came across today had to do with the supposed Nigerian wife of Yvonne Nelson's
British
baby dad.
British baby dad. So that story actually.
How much credence?
Yeah, that's
How
the
much
thing.
credence can we put to it?
Because even the snap of the messages, the claim was between the supposed wife and somebody else. They were, when you share screenshots messages, at least you see who is speaking, and if you don't want us to see who is speaking, you actually edit it, maybe you color it or you do something to. But this one looks. I didn't understand the entire conversation. I don't know who is saying what to who and all that. So I actually didn't give it much credence.
Okay,
and
if
also,
there's any truth to it, I would want to imagine that the issues will come up. I mean,
definitely, and because per the conversation I saw, the wife, the claim is Nigerian, is alleging that she hasn't divorced the husband yet. So go to court. There's no need to share messages with anybody. I don't get it. And she's calling the man a lazy man who, only, and that's the part that I'm like, hey, take it easy. Only Ghanaians who accept. I'm like, no, we have hardworking men here. A lot of people have married foreigners who are hardworking, so it's not like you just dump anything on us. So go to court, Madam Nigerian lady, we don't know you, and if you're bold enough, let's see your face.
Yeah, we're willing to speak with you. I mean,
definitely.
Yeah, we'll grant you an interview if you're ready.
Definitely. Yeah. So another thing everybody's talking about today is the budget. You've done a lot of stories on the budget presentation by the Honorable Minister for Finance, and unfortunately for us, we didn't get to mention or in Parliament, but there's a report we cited, and there's some, words in there for us. We take consolation in what we've seen there, and if we can put that on the screen, let's see what the 2018 budget says.
So there we have it. So it says Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Tourism Research and Marketing Program. Mr. Speaker, to boost the local economy and to enable Ghanaians to appreciate their heritage, the See Ghana, Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana and Feel Ghana program was launched this year and will continue in 2018. A gastronomic festival will be organized to showcase Ghanaian foods and recipes through cooking competitions throughout the country as part of efforts to promote the local Ghanaian cuisine. Government will continue its initiatives to improve the creative arts sector with the establishment of a fully functional creative arts secretariat and the commencement of feasibility studies to set up a creative arts fund. And then the ministry will also use international tourism, arts and culture fairs and fora and a single window portal to promote tourism and investment in Ghana.
So that's what we are told will happen. Now, the question a lot of people are asking is what happened to what we had for the 2017 budget? Now, even with this, we don't know how much has been allocated because they said they're going to now undergo feasibility studies. Yeah. In the 2017 budget, we're told of a certain marine drive that was going to have a theater and for 4,000 seating capacity. How do you call it? Seater capacity? How do you say that?
Seating capacity.
Okay, so we're told that we haven't had anything in the 2018 budget concerning that. That hasn't materialized yet. Also, we're told of the Efua Sutherland partnership with private sector. That place is still just the way it has been over the years. It wasn't featured in this budget. What's happening? Yeah. Then we kept hearing about the one region, one theater. Wasn't factored in this. So we're asking, is the sector that you just come and say things to us and then you go, where Ghana eats Ghana, all that.
Questions.
We eat Ghana almost every time. Are you going to go around people's homes? This cuisine or fora or gastronomic festival or whatever, Israel.
These are valid questions, and I'm sure you'll be getting answers to
in subsequent days. We hope that the people who are major stakeholders will be telling us things about the 2018 budget. But away from that, we talked about Ghana Niger when it had to do with Yvonne Nelson. But there's a major beef in the industry.
I heard that.
You heard that, international beef. Oh, trust Shatta Wale too. This guy is a character. So Shatta Wale says, the biggest African artist, supposedly, he's not as big as we claim he is. Wizkid is a nobody before Shatta Wale. Now, Shatta Wale said he won't be stunned when he gets to see Wizkid. He prefers Wizkid see him and say, oh, you've got something, you know? And so the whole thing was generated after he granted a radio interview, and the interview went viral thanks to social media. Nigerians won't have any of that. They claim, you know, this is our king. The mere fact that you're talking about him means that you don't even feel complete yourself.
This is our jollof.
You see that thing, and so the Nigerians are not excited. But then he called, you know, on some Ghanaians to support him. So he went on social media again, put together a video. So yes, let's hear Shatta Wale after all the bashing he got from Nigerians.
But you can right say we want an artist, they be poverty, and want an industry, want a president say, they know they see want a president, want a president. Wizkid said popular pastor, we here, you see, we here, Wizkid popular. But you see me, I say I know they see Wizkid superstar. Me, I say I know they see him. If you mean my opinion, I say I know they see him. What is wrong with you? Are you stop on me? Make you prepare crap because that shine, you put go stop. Go can show class life for Africa here. Watch out. If we know say Wizkid is a superstar, make it they stop the fake hype, give him sense. Make it can't stand one say the perform. We don't get artists for here. People, when artists they come there, people they do them cheap. Watch something. You see me Shatta Wale, you never go step in Nigeria where nobody go see me cheap. I swear. My dog stay there. What do you mean, man?
Oh, say Shatta Wale, international beef. So people are asking, is this going to get him some relevance in Nigeria? Which I think is, because a lot of people will now start looking for who the Shatta Wale man is.
What
judge his songs, you know, and see if it suits their standards.
Could it be deliberate?
You know, you can never tell when it comes to Shatta Wale. He's strategic, and that's one thing we need to salute him for. For all you know, he didn't mean any of the words he said, but get Wizkid to pay attention to me, get Wizkid to respond to whatever I say about him,
and then probably they're going to do some collabo.
I tell you, or Nigerians to start inviting him over for shows and all that, and then he'll come back and tell us that, you see, that's I do they call me, you know. So I just hope that this works really well. Wizkid hasn't responded yet, but maybe he will someday. Still talking about music, Machi Dede is speaking to young artists. You know, he was at the wine festival that took place over the weekend, and he told Maxwell Agbagba, who said that the man stood on his feet for 2 hours continuous, you know, back and forth music from all his repertoire. And he tells Maxwell Agbagba that, you know, it is because he gives himself much time to rehearse a song. He doesn't do, stop, let's go to track 2 and all that. Let's listen to him.
You have to write a music which will be an evergreen music. Music that those young and the old will like it. Good lyrics. Lyrics that people will always remember and always dance about. I know they are playing good rhythms, but they should put in good words. That's me like this. If any program that I have to do, I have to rehearse with my musicians. If I'm coming to play for 2 hours, we have to rehearse 2 hours non-stop. It is so that if I come to stage, we need not to, play this one and then stop, play and stop. No. If I'm playing for 2 hours, I have to rehearse for 2 hours non-stop. So anything like a footballist, if you don't go on training, if you don't train, you can't win.
But Macho Day is one of the great ones we have.
Very much so.
Like he said, they are evergreen songs.
Very much so. Very much so. These days, we are not sure whether we want those kind of songs. We are not patronizing them.
Well, I want them.
You want them?
I listen.
You listen to them?
Yeah.
So you didn't listen to Obiaji Big Girl?
Well, I listened to Obiaji Big Girl, but I still, you know, and talking about Obiaji Big Girl.
What's up?
When the story about the baby daddy. The first song that came to mind was Obiaji.
Why?
Obiaji
was it Vonelsi? Okay, yeah, Obiaji boy. That's true. Maybe that's what we should be playing for this Nigerian model. I hear she's a model.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe boy. Anyway,
so boy,
You know that thing. So quickly before I go, so there's a song I'll title Pen and Paper. It's by two, Lil Shaka is a known BBMZ star and also a known, star who works with EL closely. Now he's from the Skillions. I don't know if you remember that group. All of them are from the Persec senior secondary school. Okay. So, and he together with this Kumasi-based rapper called JQ put together a song titled Pen and Paper. But they seem to have a beef with Medical as well. So we talk about the song and all that, but I'm told that we'll bring the story later on.
Okay.
So until then, let's talk about Wizkid and Davido. I know we couldn't put the video on, but Wizkid still has issues with Davido, or Davido has issues with Wizkid, and that's because now Davido picked up an MTV EMA Awards, that's 2 days ago, and also Wizkid picked up overall best artist over Davido. So all of a sudden, Davido noticed that the AFRIMA Awards are awards that peels. So he goes on, just to spite Wizkid for winning all of that, and says that, I won the biggest award across the globe. You won in Nigeria. That award peels. Even the one they gave me last year should have peeled by now. But that'll be it. Tomorrow I'll bring you Lil Shaka and JQ. That'll be it for entertainment.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss G. With